It's hard to believe that this is the same anime that was being mocked, ridiculed, made fun of, was the butt end of a joke for a very long time, for years at this point. And the fact that we have a final season just looking this incredible, and it comes out as the final climax, the finale for My Hero Academia, it's just, it makes me emotional. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, when I was watching this episode of My Hero Academia, I started to cry. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I actually got tears in my eyes. And you can call me a crybaby, whatever you want to call me, it's completely fine. But seeing this journey that has lasted over a decade finally coming to an end, like, seeing that, like, My Hero Academia is literally at the finale. Because, yeah, the manga's been over for over a year now. But to see that the anime is now at that point to where it is wrapping itself up, it's just, it's crazy. Like, it's just, it feels like it was just the other day that My Hero Academia graced us with its presence for the first time when the first chapter came out, when the first season came out. And now it's been over a decade. It's had its ups, its downs, its highs, its lows. And to see My Hero Academia going out not with a whimper, but with an absolute fantastic climax of a fight makes me so happy. There's so many anime that go on for this many seasons. Like, I just, like, this is, there's been like 7, 8 seasons of My Hero Academia. And the fact that it's went on this long, and it's got an actual adaptation, an anime adaptation from the beginning to the end, and the ending is actually amazing, and it's not, like, awful, is just something that you do not see. It's actually just a super rarity within the anime industry. I absolutely love what this season has been doing. It's actually crazy, just like what's going on in this season. It feels like everything that One Punch Man should have been this anime season was given over to My Hero Academia. I know that's unfair, 2 different studios, different teams, etc., but it just, when I take a look at My Hero Academia, I want to put this in perspective. Last season, prior to this season, was okay. Like, it was good. It wasn't, like, 10 out of 10 amazing, but it was definitely getting back to where it should. And it was a step in the right direction. And a lot of people saw that, which got a lot of people to really start watching the anime again. Manga readers included. And then, we now have this season. That's fantastic. But prior to this season, and somewhat of last season, for years, My Hero was just laughed at. Even I talked about it in a negative light with constant, videos and stuff about the anime. It wasn't good. I mean, it kind of all really started, if you want my honesty, with the season that had My Villain Academia. When we were supposed to get My Villain Academia, and they rearranged a bunch of things, that was the spiral of just going downhill for the anime. And it seemed like this series for a while was floundering up and down. It had some good moments here and there, but it was floundering around. Then we get to the last season that just took the anime into a better direction, and then you have this season that is just the pinnacle of what we have been witnessing from the series since the very beginning. Like, it is the best it's ever looked. I am just so happy, but it's crazy to think that with all this success, there is people that are really trying their hardest to make this look bad as possible, and to say it's worse than One Punch Man this anime season. I wouldn't even brought up the comparison if I didn't see it all over my feed, not just on, let's say, social media like Twitter, but even on YouTube. I saw people literally mocking and making fun of this episode of My Hero Academia, or this season in general, because of this frame right here. I'm going to show it. So basically, if you wonder what's going on here, this is actually in the episode. It's like around this moment here, around 8 minutes or so in, you see like this moment where Deku and Shigaraki are having like a connection, their memories are coming into each other and all that, and you can see obviously these still frames flying across like PNGs, and obviously we have memed and mocked One Punch Man for a while, but obviously, seeing this, it's the exact same thing. It is PNG scrolling on the screen. And I will say, and I will be completely blunt, that out of every scene from this episode and the season, this is probably the worst looking scene of the season. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it is. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat my words. But this, 19-second scene is causing everybody, or a lot of people, especially One Punch Man fans, to say that My Hero Academia is now worse, or people are hypocrites for not talking about this in comparison to One Punch Man. Here's the thing. This is multiple episodes into this season of My Hero Academia's final season, okay? On top of that, this is the first instance where you see, like, basically 19 seconds of, like, a PNGs and all that type of stuff that's really happening. But even then, it's not as bad as, like, One Punch Man's. And the reason why I say that is because if you've watched the episodes, you know. It has literally, like, 18 to 19 minutes of nothing but still frames. And then it has a brief moment of movement. 30 seconds to a minute of movement, maybe at the very beginning of the episode or at the end of the episode. It is a complete night and day difference in comparison to something like this that has a 19-second frame of still frames moving around to literally the entire episode having moments, literally just crazy action and animation. Like, this entire sequence right here is insane. Like, I absolutely love this sequence here. This has more movement in it, I'm just going to be honest. One Punch Man. I know it's unfair. It's unfair. It's an unfair comparison. I know. I want to get a lot of flack for people even. People are going to come at me saying, "Why would you even compare it?" But what I'm trying to say is that My Hero Academia has really stepped up. It has improved itself so much, and it's sad to me that we could not be not just talking about My Hero Academia in a positive light, but also One Punch Man this season. But the big point I'm trying to make here is that I love both anime. I love One Punch Man, and I love My Hero Academia. And I'm sad that I cannot talk positively about One Punch Man. I know that this is a video about My Hero, but it just saddens me we couldn't be talking about it in a positive light. And now we have fan wars between both. Because one anime is doing absolute dog water, and one is doing absolutely incredible. Sad, really. It's really sad. But with that being pushed to the side, I do want to say, I love everything that they have been doing with this season. There might be, like, in that brief moment I showed with the still frame, but besides that, it's just nothing but non-stop action, beautiful art and animation, Shigaraki doing that pog face as you saw there. It's just beautiful, man. And all the, like, themes and emotions and story beats and everything from the very beginning ties into this conclusion. And I'm not gonna lie, seeing this adapted is so much better than the final arc in the manga. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have a lot of problems with the final arc, okay? I've always been someone that's talked about that. I wasn't the biggest fan. Didn't hate the ending, by the way, just for clarification. But this right here, the anime has really elevated the product to a whole new level. It is doing what an anime adaptation should do. It should elevate the original source, allow people to get themselves immersed into the world, and be like, damn, this is like the definitive product of this show. And that's how I feel. Like, I feel like the anime is above and beyond. Like, yeah, there's moments within the manga that's probably conveyed a little bit better. Maybe, like, there's maybe some cut content, or maybe there's some censorship. Maybe there is, just the way the art is drawn in general looks better in the manga. But besides that, I think the general feel and vibe, like, just the vibe check, I guess, for My Hero Academia, it passes it. And it elevates it. It is so enjoyable. Like, it's actually one of those series that I have been watching weekly recently that has been probably the most fun I've had watching an anime in a while. Like, it's really fun. The last anime that did that was, like, last season with Takapi. I really loved Takapi. This one, however, is really got that itch once again. That it's one of those anime that is just, it rekindles the reason why I love anime. It rekindles the joy of it, the journey of it. It check marks all those boxes that I want. And I love this, man. Like, it's probably, if we're not including continuations, or not continuations, if we're not including new anime, like, you know, stuff that came from this season, My Hero is one of my favorites. It is, straight up. Like, it has been fun. And it makes me emotional. Like, I get emotional watching this anime. I don't know what that says about me, but it's just, it's gonna be sad when the final episode comes out, we actually get to see the conclusion, because, we're getting close. We're getting very close. The question is, will we get a sequel announcement at the end of the anime? I talked about this, like, over a year ago, but with the anime finally reaching its, like, conclusion, there's a very high likely possibility that we get a sequel announcement at the end of the anime. Like, some form of follow-up continuation or whatever, we shall see, but it's possible. But I'll leave it at that. I wanted to talk about the My Hero Academia episode. If you have not been watching it, you really should. Like, if you're a My Hero Academia fan and you have not watched the anime in a very long time, stop what you're doing. Go watch the anime, at least the final season. It's so good, man. It really is. It's honestly corrected a lot of issues I had with the final arc as well within the anime. Just the general tone and vibe of it just feels so much better than the manga equivalent. But, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot. Leave a comment on the video. Helps with the algorithm. Chibi out.